Hi, I'm Alice Bull from ScrapHappy.org at Creativation 2020, and I am here with Patrick from Deflecto, and he is going to show us all the great new storage that we need desperately for our crafty stash.
Well, thanks for coming into our booth, and thank you for wanting to see our products. I'd love to give you a tour of it, so let's get started.
Okay.
So here we're showing some more concept products that we have. So what we've taken is, Lynn Lilly is a designer that we use, and she has come up with some handmade paintings that she's done for us. We've applied that and printed them onto a desk accessory line so that not only can you store what you need, but you also can make it pretty as you're doing it. So we're looking at expanding that line into 2 or 3 different designs, and we've got 7 different pieces within this line, and we also can do it on a printed chair mat so that
my gosh,
you can really
you can roll around on all the beautifulness.
Exactly. So she's very excited about that, and we're excited to get that out into retail very soon.
That is super pretty.
Okay. Again, keeping with the new stuff that we have for this year, we're trying to come out with some additional colors. Okay, so we've got the tangerine here and the mint green up here on top. So we're definitely looking at broadening our color horizons. This here is a Lazy Susan style organizer with little dividers that can be popped in or out depending on what you're putting in there. And then, oops, if I can get it back in there.
It never works on camera.
And then then you can take that up. It's got handles to take
it to your desk.
You can stack them as high as you want and be able to access it very quickly. But yet then when it's nice and solid and able to be put away and stacked vertically so that you're not using that extra space.
Excellent.
Same thing with this one. Again, just a little organizer with dividers that can be taken in or out. And again, it has a stacking lip on it, so you can stack these up as high as you want and store all your different materials.
This one, like, you've got all your party and picnicky kind of supplies in it. You can plan to use it for that, and then just kind of move it on over to your crafty stuff after.
Sure. I mean, it's an event item. It's a serving product, or it's stack them as high as you want and have everything. And the thing that we try to do with Deflecto on storage is we like to make it space conservative. Okay, so we like to use vertical space. We also like to have things that you can see. So when you're storing something, you can see what's in all of that and be able to access it very easily. And then we like to make it mobile as much as we can. So whether mobility means you're going from your closet area over to your crafting table, or if it's that you're taking it and you're putting it in your trunk of your car and going to a crop somewhere, we like to make sure that you have the ability to do that. And you can see our marker storage product here, again, has a handle. It holds 80 markers at a time. And then when you take this, the ease of access piece of it, this thing actually accordions out. So
you can have the whole display in front of you at your fingertips.
This is where you're creating, and you get to pick out whatever color you want very quickly and easily.
Awesome.
So, okay. So we have another Lazy Susan type product where this rotates as well, and you can stack those as well. Has individual bins, either small or double size this, and then a nice locking lid on it that makes sure that whatever you have in there is in there tight and isn't gonna fall out.
Spill all over the place.
Exactly.
Anybody that has spilled their sequins all over the floor is like, thank goodness it closes good.
There you go. Let me bring you over here to our what we call our tilt bin wall.
Oh, this is a pretty wall.
This is our aspirational wall. We think everybody that comes in here says, I need that. But we have 5 different sizes. You got your 3 bin. And what this is, it's hard to see because they're all pushed together, but each one of these bins dovetails together on the one below it, okay? And they're all, this wide. But then you've got the ones with the 3 bin, that's the largest one. You've got the 4 bin, 5 bin, and 6 bin, okay? And then, what is this, one that's 9, I believe. 9 bin for here. So you got all the different sizes, but yet they all work together to stack up so that you, again, are using as little space as possible and using that vertical. They have holes that you can do in the back, so they screw right into the wall.
Okay.
So you've got that nice stability. It's not going anywhere. You can see I'm moving that whole wall, and everything is going to remain in place. But yet you can remove the bin and take it to where you need to work with whatever materials that you're.
And then it's
looking for.
super easy to put away afterwards.
Yes.
Like, if it's not easy, it doesn't happen. It can sit on the desk.
Right.
This is perfect.
Yeah, and so everything in its place, right?
Right.
Okay. Here is again a stacking organizer.
Oh, I think we like this one.
This one is a 3-drawer system, and these are just stacking trays that stack on top of each other for it fits 12 by 12 paper. The nice thing about this one is everything's put away. It's kind of dust free. It's going to keep it clean. But the problem with other pieces like this are if I have say 25 pieces of paper in there and I go and I start trying to take them out, I'm going to end up bending the corners of these things as I try to get them out. What we've done is we say, okay, no, you have a hole in the bottom. Now that's accessible and you're not going to damage the paper.
I don't have to hurt my supplies.
Exactly. Okay. That paper's expensive, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes. So and they stack on top of each other.
And so there's like 3 drawers in a stack?
Right, yes, 3 drawers in a stack, and then each of these trays is sold individually. On the bottom of each of the 3-drawer is rubber. I'm going to try not to drop this.
Like rubber feet?
Rubber feet right here, so
Okay.
that once you put those on there,
they do not slide.
It doesn't slide. It's not going to slide off. They're all kind of situated there. They don't interlock, but they sit on top of each other very
really
nicely.
Strong.
And then let's talk about interlocking product, right?
Okay.
So this is my pride and joy. This product is one of the best products that I've ever been associated with coming out with. It has individual bins for a small, a medium, and a large. These bins have little hooks on them that hook into the back of the caddy handle. And then if I want to go down here and I said, oh, I need these little tongue depressor things, I can just unlock that.
Oh.
Take that off, and I'm going to, okay, so that's...
I hadn't actually seen how that worked before.
So I need those, and then I in order for it to stack properly, it really needs to be full, so I just put that one on there. I'll put this back on, and now I take the clips, lock them into place. One of the things that we're very strong about is we want people to be assured that their product is, in there, and it's not going to fall out. Everything's going to be okay. So when we put any type of a latch mechanism on there to say that it's shut, you can hear snaps shut, and you know that's closed, and you don't have to worry about it, opening up, like in your car, as you're traveling, whatever. And then we put it on wheels, so this will hold up to 40 pounds, but we realize that people don't want to, carry 40 pounds worth of stuff. So we put a wheelbase on the bottom, so you can just wheel it around with you.
Yeah, and then if you only need 2 of those trays to take with you somewhere when you're going,
and you just
unlock that and take the 2.
Fold back into the handle, and you take whatever you want. And you can all the bins, you can take whatever bin you want, put them into your caddy and go. The nice thing too is, we've got in the bottom here these little squares that line up with the indents in the lid. So as soon as you get it on there, you know that it's in. Easy to snap, and you're ready to go.
That's amazing.
Okay. So, and then, so let's go around here. This is a brand new product for us. It's acrylic sheets, and we're selling them in shapes. So this one is just a gift tag, shape, or luggage tag. And then we've got one in a mason jar shape.
Cute.
But then we also are selling just the sheets themselves so that people can cut them. People can go ahead and use the lettering and so forth and decorate them. We're doing it in clear and in silver and a gold mirror. So lots of different looks. You can frame them. You can do all kinds of different craft work with them. And you can also cut them on a Cricut Maker. So it's nice that you can cut your own shapes. You can cut your own lettering if you want. Whatever you want, you can cut with that. So,
that's really cool.
Okay. One last spot, but we have to way over in the other corner of the booth. Actually, we didn't talk about kid storage. So We came out with some colorful kid designs for little totes, trays for finger painting, trays and things like that. School box, so and so just a bunch of different things in bright primary colors for the children's market. So great for schools, great for daycares, and perfect for the home too, to make sure you have all of your stuff put away where it belongs. And I know it doesn't stay that way, but
does it magically end up back in there?
but it does find there's a home for it anyway if you can get it there, right?
That's right.
Okay. And our last section over here is our fine arts section, which looks like it's a little busy right now, but art supplies, paints, brushes, pencils, things like that. We've got different art palettes, or paint palettes that have a neoprene, or not neoprene, excuse me, silicone gasket in here, so that when you have your paints in there, you can close this up. And if I close that and I just open it up, you can see how easy that is to open.
Yeah.
But if I close it like that and I push down, just like you're burping a Tupperware piece, and I go to lift that up,
it's airlocked.
It's airlocked, and it seals your paint, and it will last for up to a couple weeks as opposed to drying out overnight. Okay. The nice thing too is we've designed this with a type of plastic that once the acrylic paints do dry, that they just peel right off, and you can clean up very easily.
Perfect.
Okay. So we got that. So there's two different paint palettes with lids, again with the silicone gasket in there to keep them nice and airtight, and so that they don't spill if you're traveling. You can have paints in there. We've got a pencil box that has nice soft cushions in the end, so that when the pencils are being stored, that they don't break the tips as they're moving around in the pencil box. We've got a couple different totes that the lid comes off, has a tray inside, so you can store things in there. And again, it's that knowledge of making sure that everything is secure. You can hear the snap down, and you're ready to go with the product. And each one of them has a lid that you can store the smaller things that maybe you need to access more often right there in the lid.
Yeah, you don't want to lose in the bottom of the box.
Exactly. And then a 3-drawer kind of tackle box looking product that again has a lid with storage in the top. And then this one's great. And actually I'm going to demonstrate this one over here if you don't mind. This is our mud bucket. So what you're doing here is you're taking your dirty brush, you're putting it in the dirty water, and you're trying to get as much off as you can. Then you go over to the next one, which maybe isn't quite as dirty because you've already cleaned most of your brush off over here. And then you have this one full of the cleanest water, and you can even put a sponge in here and dab that thing dry, and the water will drain out back into there, so that you can clean your brushes nice and easy. And then when you're not using that brush, it's got little ribs in here so that they store there on the handle when you're not using them. But and you're welcome to be creative and to add to our painting if you like.
Fantastic. You got to know I'm all in.
Okay, good deal. But yeah, that's a tour of the Deflecto booth. I really hope you enjoyed it, and please help us out by buying our products and storing your stuff in a much more organized way.
So I have a question, Patrick, before we go. When can people get these products? Are they when do they kind of start shipping? And where should they go?
Okay, it varies. So some of the products that I showed you, the tilt bin wall, the caddies, the stackable trays, the drawer systems, those are all available now. And they're available at most of the major craft retailers, as well as online at most of the online stores. But some of the products that I showed you that I said were brand new, the acrylic sheets, the rotating carousels that were over here in this area, those are prototype products that we're hoping to gain retail placement here at this show, and they'll be available soon. So awesome. We come to this show with innovation every year, and each year then we launch new products the next year. Then we get the feedback the consumers, of the store owners, to be able to make sure that we're designing products that meet their needs. So it's a great way to innovate and come up with new products.
Perfect.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
This is Alice Bull from ScrapHappy.org at Creativation 2020 at the Deflecto booth with Patrick.
Thanks.
1, 2, 3.